Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is day 5 of our Halloween series. If you want to see how I got this look, then stay tuned. Make sure you give me a like, comment, subscribe so that you don't miss out on all the looks we're doing this October. Be ready for Glam and Gore because we are here. Enjoy! So I am starting off by gluing down my brows and then concealing them with the Huda Beauty color correcting concealer. Then I'm going to set that with some powder. Now I'm going to head over and start working on the other side of my face. So I'm using the Refined Brow Sculpt and I'm just combing that through my brows. Then I'm going to take the Sephora collection pencil and fill in my brows, and then I'm going to clean them up with some concealer. Now I'm going to start working on my base routine, and I'm starting off by color correcting some areas of my face. Then I'm going to be applying my foundation and concealer. I'm pretty much flying through this base routine and this eyeshadow because the main look is the other side, the Freddy Krueger side. So if you want to know how I do my base, check out my channel. I have plenty of videos that go in depth with my base routine. So now on to the other side. So I'm putting some tape over my brows just to protect it because I am going to be using liquid latex. And now I'm going into the You Can Be Athena palette, and I'm taking that red shade and I'm buffing it all over the face to kind of create a base for what we're going to be doing next. Now I'm just taking a wedge and some liquid latex, and I am stippling that all over the face where we applied that red. And I'm not really being precise here, I'm just packing it on. This is only the first layer. We are going to be going in with the second layer and then adding a few touch-up spots. So just add this on anyway, allow it to dry, and then we can move on to the next step. I do want to add a disclaimer to make sure you allow the layers to dry. I didn't wait long enough and just started applying the second layer, which ultimately took longer for it to dry overall. So just make sure you're letting those layers dry in between. So once again, I'm just going in with that stippling sponge and I'm adding one more layer of that liquid latex before moving on to the next step. So in total, I did about 2 full layers, and then for my third layer, I didn't completely cover it with the stippling sponge. I went in with some Q-tips and just touched up certain areas for that third layer. Our third layer, like I said, I'm going in with the Q-tip and I'm just placing some liquid latex in random spots. There's no rhyme or reason or any specific pattern. I'm just going to go in and then allow that to dry as well. So once it is semi-dry, not all the way dry, I'm going to take a tweezer and now I'm starting to create circles. The reason I don't want it to be completely dry is so that once I pull the liquid latex, I can take it and stick it to another side of the latex. If you let it dry all the way, it won't be able to stick and create these patterns. So you don't want it wet, but you don't want it all the way dry. So kind of like semi-dry. Now I'm taking this Westman Atelier bronzing drops and I'm just using it because it has very light coverage, and I just wanted a little sheer coverage to kind of add some of my skin tone back over those areas of the liquid latex where it was white shining through. Now I'm going to be filling in those holes we created. I'm taking a red eyeshadow first and I'm just going in and packing that shade into each circle. Then I'm going to be taking a cranberry shade to build it up and add definition. And lastly, we're going to go in with black and go along the edges and kind of shade and buff those areas out. You can also add in browns for more dimension, and just take your time building this up. Start slow and just add a little by little and build it up to your liking. For this last part, I decided I wanted to bring that liquid latex a little bit lower in the eye area. So I'm just adding a little bit more here, blending that out. And then I'm going to do the same thing and probably add like a few more holes in that area. Now onto the lips, we are using MAC Chestnut and Velvet Teddy. And on top of the lips, I'm going to be using the Fenty lip oil. And here is the finished look. I had so much fun creating this look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow because we are dropping look number 6.